I'm watering crops. Sometimes I do it completely underwater like it's no big deal.
This is hysterical.
Hello, everybody, GrayStillPlays. We're back with more Raft. I'm over here with my buddy Savage.
Hello.
And we recently discovered something incredible. Someone had mentioned, hey, why don't you make an entire Raft highway interconnecting stuff? And we're gonna do that, but we're also going to make a Raft city. Now, one thing that we recently found is that the rafts don't have to connect at all. So you can see Savage is completely separate from me, and then in fact, there's a giant roadway going into the distance, into the horizon right there, that's not connected to either of us. And in fact, there's another raft over here that's not connected to anything either. So we're gonna start doing that. We are going to build a city, an entire highway road full of raft stuff. And then from there, I don't know what we want to do. If we want to build up to the clouds or whatever, but the game works a lot better and we haven't been able to break it regardless of how big or wide or tall or long we're making stuff. So that's pretty big. Now, every raft city needs a couple of different things. We're going to need probably a, I don't know, maybe like a nice park with a swimming pool and some benches to rest at. We're gonna need a, like an apartment complex, maybe a strip mall. And like I said, you're definitely gonna need some roadways, and I don't know, man, do you think it's possible to make a car in Raft out of the Raft pieces?
Certainly is feasible.
Now, the other thing that I've wanted to do is I kind of wanted to make something that sits on one single pillar. Like a weird structure that goes up into the sky, but only exists held aloft by one single pillar, and then has like a giant thing out from that. So we may do that as like a little statue, like a capstone of the middle of the city.
Cool.
All right, let's start making houses then. What do you want? What do you want to start with? You want to start with the park, the house?
I'll start with an apartment complex. What do we want to make them? Wood or thatch?
I'll start with thatch maybe because it has like more color compositions. We're gonna want.
True.
I would say make different types though, because people on a raft aren't always gonna have the same materials.
That's very true.
So we can make the first one thatch and maybe the second one wood, maybe one of them like wood and thatch because people are starting to, I don't know, they're starting to spend all their money on drugs and alcohol, so they have less to utilize.
Hang on.
What?
They're gonna spend all their money on drugs and alcohol?
Listen, all right, we're on a raft here. How much can you really do besides kill sharks, eat seagulls, and
eat seagulls?
We were eating tons of seagulls, Savage. You know this to be true.
We were eating a lot of seagulls. You're right.
All right. While you're doing that, I'm gonna kind of work on a park over here. I think I'm gonna move way out here. I still want to be able to see it now, but yeah, I'm gonna move maybe right out here because the park needs to be fairly large. So let's have a pathway over here going into the park area. Oh, you know what? I just thought about something.
What?
Because everything can disconnect, we can actually have rafts like they're parked in front of the park. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this longer. Over here, we have a wild savage in his natural habitat. Look at him working diligently, making a house like at 1,000 light years speed. You know what? You are effectively primitive technology, but on like 4 billion pounds of methamphetamine.
I'm on 4 billion pounds of meth. Is that literally what you just...
Yeah, because think about it. You have built an entire thatch shack in about 4 minutes.
Very true. That's impressive.
How is that not impressive? That's what I'm talking about.
The meth.
Meth made him do it. What's interesting is the shark is still out here. He doesn't really do very much.
I don't know why. It's kind of weird.
But he's here. He has no opportunity to eat us, and I'm pretty sure he's either become like a vegan or he's on some sort of incredibly strict diet consisting of having absolutely no calories at all, because I don't think he eats anything anymore.
The vegan shark, if you will.
So what is there left for him? I mean, is there any reason for him to continue living? Because aren't sharks carnivores?
Any of us do?
There's nothing left for him. There's only one answer, Savage. The shark has to commit Sudoku. So this is gonna be the sad little lake, which I don't know if it really makes a ton of sense because realistically we're surrounded by water. But you know what? If they can have parks with lakes in them in Florida, then I guess this kind of makes sense.
True. God, it feels like House Flipper.
Yeah, it's Raft Flipper basically. We're trying to make this place legit so that Chang Choi can come over and buy it right out from under us for 10 million seashells. I don't even know what the currency would be here.
Seashells.
Always in the apocalypse games, it's like bottle caps and stuff like that. Isn't that right?
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Oh, I forgot to put beds down.
Everyone's going to be so busy surviving, they're not going to need to sleep, technically. All of their time will be filled with worry about when their next meal comes, whether or not a tidal wave will wash away everything that they've spent their entire lives building. I think that's probably one of the biggest issues with living at sea, that effectively you're at the complete mercy of the weather. And if the weather feels like you're a jackwagon and you don't need to survive anymore, then it can pretty much screw you over.
What are you making?
It's a park. It's gonna be a park.
Oh.
Just you wait. There's gonna be trees all up in here. All right, there's a little lake in the middle. I'm gonna put some benches down so people can relaxamicate. I've got some seeds going on right now for your different trees in there, have you? I'm gonna have to water them as well, though. Oh, as a matter of fact, we're actually gonna need a water making device for this. You ever go on the water, Savage?
Yes.
You ever been out on the ocean?
I have, yes.
Have you ever had someone drive away while you were on the boat, sending you flying off into the ocean?
Once? Wait a minute, once?
I remember it well. I was a young man. I was fishing with my father, and I was actually pulling our rods out of the water because we were fishing, and there was a gigantic boat that was coming our way, and the boat was not stopping at all, and it was going to be really, really bad if it ran into us. So my dad decided to just go. He decided to just go while I was hanging off the back of the boat, and I went flying into the ocean. Luckily, I didn't get caught up in the engine, which passed by my chicklets relatively closely.
Holy crap.
Yeah, we did a lot of stupid stuff as a young... I did a lot of stupid stuff as a young man. Well, I guess that one wasn't my fault.
It wasn't?
I don't think so. I'm gonna pin that one on my dad.
I don't know, man. You were there.
What do you want from me? I'm a kid. It's my job to do dumb stuff. As a parent, it's their job to keep me from doing dumb stuff as much as they possibly can.
Unless they're the prime cause of it.
I think that was the first and only time that I've had a boat prop come within 12 inches of my head. I look back at it and I think to myself, you know,
I probably should have worn a seatbelt.
Couple of inches the wrong way, and I would be chicletized. Well, Savage, my park is going underwater every now and again.
My entire building goes underwater, so
I hadn't thought about this, but in retrospect, eventually we should probably build like maybe second-story buildings and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I'm already on the second story and it's coming underwater.
Oh, that's bad. All right, I didn't think it would get quite that bad. Needs fresh water, and all my seeds are getting frickin' buried in the salt water. I'm no botanist, but I'm gonna go ahead and assume that if that happened, your plants would probably die.
Probably. They probably would. Come to the beds, buddy. I'll be waiting.
Oh, I'm coming. Hold on. I've got to swim through frickin' the storm of the ages over here.
Hey, you're fine. How we looking, buddy? That didn't help at all. Now it's daytime and storming.
Well, you know, at least the sun's out. It's a sun shower, basically.
Summer rains, you can never predict them. These people have two happy cats.
It's an emergency food supply.
What?
The cats, it's an emergency food supply.
It's terrible.
Hey, if you're starving out in the middle of the sea and there's a cat, you know.
That's a very valid point.
Do you starve or do you eat the cat?
Answer below. Do you starve or do you eat your cat?
I'm not saying it has to be your cat. It could just be like a community cat.
The community cat?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
What's up?
These waves are killer.
Yeah, it's getting kind of rough. Oh, I think everything's calming down. Yeah, there's no more rain. There's no more fog. The clouds are overhead, looking delicious. The seagulls, with no land in sight, are kind of just wandering around. Two of them, actually.
Oh, look at them.
My trees are slowly starting to grow.
The apartment's done.
Oh, is it already?
Yep. All right. I guess I could just go underwater. That's good.
Now, I don't want these chairs perfectly aligned because we're surviving on a raft over here, all right? No one's going to put these things back exactly the way they were. We all know better than that.
I hope so. Holy crap, look at these waves.
I just want it to look like it's lived in. Yeah, it's a little stormy out here. A little 8-foot high waves never hurt anybody. I think I'm with you, Savage. These freaking waves are getting out of hand, man.
The whole park just went underwater.
I kind of wonder if the bigger the park gets, like the more underwater it can go.
I think it's the bigger the entirety of the raft.
That's what I mean, like the entire raft.
Are you building things?
Yeah, I sure am. Well, sort of. I'm watering crops. Sometimes I do it completely underwater like it's no big deal.
This is hysterical. Damn it.
Aquaman would have a freaking field day over here.
This is insanity.
Well, to be fair, I don't think that this is normal. I think this is kind of like the stormy weather. I hope. I'm pretty sure. I'm
hoping.
75% sure.
How the waves treating you, buddy?
Still fine. I'm all right. I'm trying to. What are we naming this place?
Utopia.
Perfect.
We've made Utopia.
It just barely fits. There you go. It's your freaking clickbait.
Look behind you.
What's going on?
I just jumped off the tower.
What are you doing?
Gray.
Are you making like a roller coaster?
I can't get in. Keeps lifting up. Yeah.
Honestly, that's what you get. Oh, you swam into my park. You actually swam into it.
Oh my god, this is terrible. Come on, you cheeky bastard. Sink. Sink.
What are you trying to sink?
The raft.
No! After all this work, don't you dare.
What are you making now?
Well, I'm about to see if this works. So if we can separate stuff, I should be able to do this, this, and this.
Bingo.
Yep. And now it can actually be parked rafts in front of the frickin' park.
Thank you.
There you go. Now you have a legitimate floating Winnebago.
Thank God.
I think it looks pretty legit, man. What do you think of that right there so far? Trying to build it a little sporty.
That's very sporty. I like it.
Oh wow,
How are you getting yours?
You built a legitimut houseboat. I don't have anything inside yet. You can't even really get in. It's mostly just for looks.
Oh, well.
Well, hold on. What is this? Do you actually have like an entire radio system and everything? Oh, crap.
The answer is yes, I do.
You have an actual radio system in here? Look at this. He's got like a place to watch, you know, I don't know what you'd watch out here. The only station you can get. It's probably like TNT or something. And then, where are you at, you little scumbag frickin' seagull? I swear to God, if I had the ability, I would stab you in the face and then eat your carcass. Okay, now how do you...
That's a little morbid. Jesus.
The only sad part is I think you need like 3 antennas or something.
There is 3 antennas on this boat.
Oh, all right. Well, good job.
Thank you. Do you want fence or rope fence?
Let's do rope fence. That sounds cool. Make it as far out as you can because I want to see. Yeah, there you go. That's perfect. Because I want to get some plant beds over here.
Put a large crop pot in the middle or the side right here.
Yeah, it's fine. Actually, even if we extend out back a little bit more and we get like a backyard going, that'd be fine. Now, if you've noticed, I started put housing numbers on these over here. Here we go.
Where?
Right here.
137 Sadway.
Yeah, I could only fit that. Beautiful. I wanted to make it Sadness Lane, but you can only fit so many letters. So, there you go.
How majestic. How's the park look?
I think it's okay so far.
I went with the new addition of color.
Oh, God. Wow. You made it grassy and everything. Now it looks legit.
Damn straight.
Why do you always attack this plant, bird? What is your friggin' problem? I'm gonna cut that bird. I'm gonna cut him real slow.
Sounds enjoyable. Frickin' seagull.
All he wants is something to eat.
No, he starves. I am the protector of the garden. I sit here and kill things. Preferably seagulls.
And we're all very appreciative for the service that you do. Very appreciative.
Wish I could throw this spear at you for being such a smart ass.
What? I'm said we're appreciative. What more do you want?
Uh-huh.
I hear that seagull's still there.
Got him.
Did you really?
Yep.
You monster.
There's one less bird in the world. Good. Kill them all.
You monster! I can't believe you would say that about something that's basically like the same sort of kind of species as me.
Seagull's brother's back. Bastard. Get away. Lay your weary head and rest. Don't you cry no more.
Lay your weary head forever.
You are building up a storm in there, I can tell.
Yeah, I'm working real hard over here.
How many torches did you put down?
2. Only 2.
Oh wow, this is really nice.
I told you.
For like a shanty, this is really nice.
There we go. Not too bad, huh? Made out of frickin' palm trees and you know, ferns and stuff like that.
Starting to go underwater again. I'm worried.
All right, man. What do you think of my my little tiny raft over here? See, this is for the kids. All right.
That's nice.
Right over there. They can have some fun on that. I wonder if I could put anything on top of it. There we go. Now you can watch HD TV while they sail around or whatever. Huh? All right, Savage. I took the liberty of painting up your boat a little bit over here.
Which one?
As well as the one next to it. The ones that are parked next to the park.
Oh, good. Thank you. What do they look like? Good?
Yeah, come on over. I just gave him a little bit of color for right now. Just as something. I kind of gave the sporty one maybe some racing stripes. You can't really give it stripes unless it's multi-level with like multiple half walls because the
yeah.
Because the problem is it does the entire wall.
Oh, you painted that bad boy up. Jesus.
So we got a little bit.
I'm taking this ramp down.
We got a little bit of a paint job going on over here. We've got a couple of sporty vehicles. We've got some headlights on them. Got a freaking seagull that's still attacking our crops over here. I don't know what his freaking deal is.
Whatever.
Now, I gotta tell you, man, this park with the paint job looks legit. I love it.
It does, you're right.
Oh, man. You could come here and relax for a little bit. I really enjoy that. Oh, you know what it needs? I totally forgot. We're gonna have to do it right quick. We need a rope fence so no one falls into the middle here.
Ah, of course. How can we forget that? All the little kids. Oh, think of the lawsuits.
You don't want no frickin' bullcrap malpractice suits. I'm gonna tell you what.
We're gonna get some water lawyers.
All right, now let's give everyone a tour real quick here of what we got so far. So this is the park with plenty of botanicals and trees and all there. Have you can see you're gonna get your mango and your palm trees on. Delicious watermelons and pineapple? Is that what it is? Yeah, pineapple. Everywhere you go. We're gonna have to take this out. These little water purifiers, that's just there for convenience right now. You got some vehicles pulled up in here. They're hanging out while the weather starts getting a little crazy. This is why you gotta keep all your bedding and stuff on the second level, apparently. Oh, I love it. As soon as we do the freaking cribs episode for Raft, everything goes completely nuts. Now, sad way over here, it's just begun. This is only the beginning of this little house. I didn't really think about it, but the shanty ended up getting done before the actual house. This was supposed to be just a little shanty. This is gonna be like a little bedroom over here. Maybe I'll put like some shark's heads on the walls and stuff. You take your ramp upward.
Of course.
You got your second level with a lovely deck that you can sit down and enjoy the view. And then Savage over here. Oh, and I made got a little, I don't know what to call this. This is like your smart car of the seas.
Smart car.
This is kind of like the mayor's house, I guess. Maybe we'll start this as like a big, really, really tall mansion.
I don't know. I made this like almost like an apartment block.
We could do that too. We could have the mansion. We could have the big mayor's house like way at the end of the city wherever we go. And then this you said is the bus.
It's like a bus depot.
The bus depot where all the mass transit rafts have to pull up and load people in so they can get to the rest of the parts of the city. We've got a big project ahead of us. This is the very beginning of what we would like to make a gigantic raft city. Is there anything that you guys want to see in this thing? You're gonna have to let us know in the comments section if there's anything specific. We've got
Great.
Jump, man. There you go, buddy. We've got housing, we've got parks, we've got cars, we've got Winnebagos, and we have the beginning of a bus depot. We also have, at this point, the waves like 13 feet tall because of how big the raft is starting to get. And we have a full and operational park. Now, is everything gonna be, like, perfect in line? No, and it shouldn't be, because this is survival, man. These people were gonna die up until a couple of hours ago, and then, you know, in a few hours, they created this luxurious land, this metropolis, this utopia.
Beautiful.
As Savage has named it. Anyway, folks, that's gonna be it for this episode of Raft. As I said, if you have anything else you want us to do, feel free to let us know in the comments section below. I'm gonna have a link to Savage's channel in the description as well, so you can check out his point of view as he builds some of the glorious items. Until the next time, folks, stay foxy and much love.
Bye.